Here we are, guys. Here's a little Aprilia that I'm going to do some bodywork on. As you can see, it hasn't got the best paint job. This is the area we're going to be concentrating on today. Taking the seat cowling off, and then we'll flat it and spray it. So I'll get busy removing this. As you can see, guys, I've probably got a bit carried away. I've started stripping it all the way down, just so I can get the panels ready for when I spray the rest. Well, that'll come in a later video. But here's a seat unit. Now it's off, taking the cushion off it as well. So next stop is flattening it down, getting it ready for primer. Right, guys, I've got the seat unit off now, and I've removed all the stickers. There's Monster Energy stickers all over it, and as you can see, the paint job is pretty appalling. So what I've got a bowl of warm soapy water, because I left my bucket outside and it's frosted. I come to empty it and it's split open. And the sandpaper I'm going to be using is 3M wet and dry sandpaper. Now, I've only got my pack of 600 here at the moment, but I have got some 800 and some 1000. So I'm going to start with the 600 and get most of the marks out of it. Then I'll progress up to the finer sandpapers all the way to the 1000. Feather all the marks out, and then we'll put a coat of primer on it, and then we'll see what happens. Done some wet flatting now. I've just been using the 600. It's starting to bring the orange peel effect out that was on the paintwork before, and you can see where I'm feathering out the bits where the paint's chipped off, and it's taking it down to the original colour. But that isn't paint on this. This is actually a red plastic. Now, I should have mentioned it before I started, but when wet flatting, make sure you always go up and down, never circle, never use a circular motion when using the wet and dry, or else you'll end up with trace marks in the paint. It can affect it in different ways, and you might not get the feathering that you want. Now, like I say, this side has just been done with the 600. Now the other side, I've started to use the 1000 and the 800. As you can see, it's feathering out all the marks right down to the primer. It's going to leave no steps, and then I can coat this with primer, spot prime these bits first, wet flat it, and then I'll prime the whole thing over. Right then, guys, I've got this flatted down to a point where I'm happy with it. I'm going to take it inside now. I'm going to go and wipe it down. I'm going to go and leave it on the radiator for a bit so it's got plenty of heat in it, so it'll make it easier for spraying. And what I'll do next, I'll prepare the tins and the paint. I'll show you a little trick that I know that helps with the application of the paint. This is the tip I want to show you for the spray paint. It just helps with it, especially in this cold weather. All I've done is I've got my paint, I've just boiled the kettle, and I've got the same bowl that I was using for flatting with. As explained earlier, I broke my bucket. All I'm going to do simply is just add some hot water out the kettle. And just leave the tins in there to warm up. And don't worry, it's not going to make the cans explode or anything like that, but it just helps get the paint warm, and it'll help it stick when we start to spray. Right then, guys, I've got the panel ready. I've just put some newspaper over the little stand I'm going to be using. Stop contamination from both ends, really. Stop paint getting on that, and stop the oil that's on there as well getting onto the piece that I'm going to be spraying. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start spot priming and working around the edges first. Right, so we've got the first coat on a primer and we'll let that dry. We'll see you back in a minute and we'll start some scatter coating. Hey guys, unfortunately I made a mistake with my recording and I didn't show you the scatter coating. I thought it was recording. Basically, all you do is put a light dusting of the black over, let it dry, then sand it back, and then the black will show any marks that are in it. I've already done this. As you can see, I've put some top coat on, I've got a lovely shine on it. You can see the reflection of the camera in it. And like I say, this is just pound shop paint. You can see me. Hello. But like I say, if you want a good paint job, but you're on a budget, head down to the pound shop. Now, I'm going to do the rest of the panels like this, and then I'll show you a video once the bike's been completed. That's it for now, guys. See you later.